This is a review of our recent stay at the J.W. Wells State Park. Wells State Park used to be known as Camp Wells, part of the CCC, the Civilian Conservation Corps, back in the 30s, when people were put to work by the government doing infrastructure improvements. And it's interesting that this was in business between 1933 and 1944. So it actually throughout most of the Second World War, in fact. We're camped at J.W. Wells State Park, which is in Michigan's Upper Peninsula, and it's actually almost the farthest southern point of the Upper Peninsula. We're basically at the entrance of Green Bay, just maybe 20 miles north of Wisconsin. Some of the buildings look a little different perhaps than what most state parks do in Michigan, and that again is from its CCC heritage. Nice playground here. And as you can look in the distance, they have some newer facilities as well. Very nice campground, not overused, nice grassy areas. We're here in mid-August, rainy day, about 70 degrees. Could stand to be a little bit warmer and some sun to be out, but it's not too bad for this area. Now this is Lake Michigan. We're on the western shoreline, which is predominantly Wisconsin, but we're at the northern tip of the western shoreline, which is north of Wisconsin. And Green Bay begins about here. South is Green Bay, Wisconsin. And if you took a boat from here straight across, you would end up somewhere around Traverse City, Michigan, maybe about 60 or 80 miles due east of here. Well, one thing you have to admit, just sitting here at a park bench overlooking Lake Michigan, just watching the wind and the water, is pretty mesmerizing. Nice and peaceful. Like most state parks in Michigan, there's about 25 sites reserved here, designated as local sale only, which means you cannot reserve them online, nor can you call ahead and reserve them. You can only buy them on site. And what that does is that allows people that want to drive from point A to point B and just at a whim go to a state park a chance to find a spot. However, once you get here, say you've reserved a site and you don't like the site you've reserved, you can often exchange that site for one of the point of sale sites. Now, this is the beach at Wells State Park, fairly nice beach. And as we scan around here, we can see that there's a campground over here to the north. Now, we had a storm come in last night, and well, the lake looks kind of ugly. Now, I've boated on this lake for years and years with a 32-foot boat that we used to have on the lake, and I can tell you, certain days you just did not go out. Too dangerous. And this looks like to be one of those days.